centralize and let we just unify. No matter if you're black or white, no matter your skin color. Come together and let we love one another. Yo, one blood, one love. Be your brother's keeper. The whole of we were made by the same creator. Get to youths in at them time you got.
All right, so we just want to welcome Cobweb. Cobweb, can you hear me? Right, okay, he can't hear me. Hold on a moment.
And let we just unify. Right before my very eyes, them a kill off the use them. No remorse, I must have Satan pick them. Me have to wonder if them not have no heart inside of them. I must have dopey them. Me say I pray for them. Get to youths in at them time, you gotta be wise. For too long my people them been victimized. And only know the people them I see the light. For centralize and let we just unify. Yeah. 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 Get to youths in at them time, you gotta be wise. For too long my people them been victimized. And only know the people them I see the light. For centralize and let we just unify. Right before my very eyes, them a kill off the use them. No remorse, I must have Satan pick them. Me have to wonder if them not have no heart inside of them. I must have dopey them. Me say I pray for them. Get to youths in at them time, you gotta be wise. For too long my people them been victimized. And only know the people them I see the light. For centralize and let we just unify. No matter if you're black or white, no matter your skin color. Come together and let we love one another. Yo, one blood, one love. Be your brother's keeper. The whole of we were made by the same creator. Get to youths in at them time, you gotta be wise. For too long my people them been victimized. And only know the people them I see the light. For centralize and let we just unify. Right before my very eyes, them a kill off the use them. No remorse, I must have Satan pick them. Me have to wonder if them not have no heart inside of them. I must have dopey them. Me say I pray for them. Get to youths in at them time, you gotta be wise. For too long my people them been victimized. And only know the people them I see the light. For centralize and let we just unify. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
We are not available now. Please leave your name and phone number after the beep. We will return your call.
Cobweb, I need you, baby. Call me.
Well, if I real loving you, I love. Look no more. Cobweb come forgive enough love. Loving galore. You be young queen skin so soft. I know they got one knows. How much a man them I wish they could be yours. But you're still my girl. Well, if I real loving you, I love. Look no more. Cobweb come forgive enough love. Loving galore. You be young queen skin so soft. I know they got one knows. How much a man them I wish they could be yours. But you're still my girl.
All right, can we hear Cobweb now? Is Cobweb there? All the way from Antigua. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
Oh, fantastic. I can. Fantastic. I know you can't see me. You can't see me, can you?
No, I can't.
No, and there's obviously a bit of a delay.
Yeah, there's a bit of a delay, but I can hear you. I can hear you though.
Brilliant. Well, we expect there to be a delay. You're all the way in Antigua. Thank you so, so much. What time is it in Antigua right now?
At the moment, it's 9:23 in the morning.
9:23 in the morning, and you're up and ready. I thought, what have you got in front of you there at 9:23? What's that? A strong buck drink? What's that?
Oh no, it's just no, it's just a malt.
It's just a malt. All right. So
just trying to get some strength in the morning, you know. Just eat some breakfast.
So that's your breakfast for the morning.
Actually, I had a Jamaican beef patty with cheese, and they put like tomatoes and lettuce inside of it. So that's quite nice, actually.
Well, it sounds really different. Sounds like a gourmet patty to me.
Yeah, there's a patty shop right next to the studio, just recently opened, and they do different stuff. You know, they have the Jamaican patties, and they add stuff to it. So that was breakfast this morning.
Well, bon appetit to you. You say studio. Are you from Jump 268? Or are you talking about the recording?
Jump 268. Yeah, we're talking about the recording studio, which is Chosen Sound. So that's my base.
Right.
You know, at the moment, well, for many years now, I've been with Chosen Sound at least over 10 years now. So yeah, that's home for me.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I've got a couple of your tracks here. Two we've just played. The first one, or the one that's been what's playing right now, Real Lovin'. First of all, this is what I wanted to ask you. Cobweb, how did you get that name?
You know, everybody asks that question. To be honest, my dad gave me that name at birth, and so it kind of stuck. You know, Cobweb just stuck. Everybody pretty much on the island knows me as Cobweb.
Why? Why would he look at you and call you Cobweb?
I think at the time he was probably thinking, you know what, my life is tied up now. Like everything is over. But it's a question I've been meaning to ask him, but I just never like built up enough courage to ask him yet, you know. But you know, people like the name, it sticks, it's unique, so you know, I just worked with it.
No, for real. Funny you should say that, because one of my best friends, when he had his son and his mum called the son Tyrone, and because they're not together, she said he did it on purpose and called the boy Tyrone because she just pay him with the son, you know.
Call Tyrone.
Tyrone, you know. All right, so tell me about your music, because it's dancehall based. You live in Antigua, but it sounds like it's heavily influenced by, you know, the Jamaican beats and the Jamaican chatting, if you'd like. Is there a difference between the Antiguan music and Jamaican? I mean,
well, honestly, the whole dancehall thing in Antigua is kind of, well, I shouldn't say new. There have been people back in it, but the movement is really just taking off now. For me personally, I think a lot of, I don't want people killing me now, but I think a lot of Antiguan dancehall is very not much of a difference, to be honest. It's very similar. I think the Antigans are trying to really, you know, copy the sound of the Jamaicans. However, they are the originators of this dancehall thing, that, you know what I mean? And I think everybody should have their own signature. My music personally, even though I'm Antiguan, I think I have a unique sound personally, because yes, it is heavily influenced by Jamaican music. As I said, Jamaica is the originator of dancehall, really. And even in Antigua, most of the music that we listen to that's played in the parties and stuff is Jamaican. It's really influenced by Jamaican music. It's a lot of Jamaican music played here. We have a lot of the American artists playing here. And even lately now, we have a lot of the UK artists coming through. But I used to live in England. I lived in England for like 10 years. I lived in Cambridge. I lived in Leicester. So big up all my LE2 massive out there.
All right.
You know, I've spent time in Eton. Eaton Wick, really posh area.
Yes.
You know, I have family in Balham. You know, they got my cousin Jake out there. So my whole music background is influenced by a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? It's influenced by the whole UK sound, because I was actually part of a rap group in Leicester called Dragon Slayers.
Yeah.
So I'm heavily influenced by hip hop, especially UK hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, coming soon, I actually have a couple of drill tracks coming.
Wow. Wow.
That kind of vibes. So, you know, I just think my sound is really just like, it's a merge of everything that you know, my walk through life kind of vibes. Even like, I listen to a lot of old school stuff. I like Sam Cooke, Otis Redding. You know, a lot of young people probably wouldn't know who these people are, but those are the roots, man. Like, you know, so I listen to a lot, and you know, not just the modern music, but I do listen to old school. I listen to country western. I listen to everything. So all that, really, you hear it in my music. As time goes on, you would notice. I have actually even did a kind of rock and roll song with a producer out of Bulgaria.
Wow.
So, you know,
Bulgarian rock and roll music. I can't wait to hear that with an Antiguan MC on top of it. That's a combination if ever I heard one. I mean, I can believe you when you say that your music is quite unique and that you're influenced by rap and drill and all of that, because when I was listening to your tracks, I noticed that even though the way you were emceeing on top of it was quite, you know, Jamaican, the actual beats were quite technical, if you like. You know, is that something that is that you, or is that your producer? Who makes your beats?
To be honest, most of my songs that I have released so far, they all produced by myself. They're mixed by myself, mastered by myself. Also, well, I always, you know, revive my mixes and check Omari Harrigan, who's the owner of the studio. He always, you know, checks over my stuff as well. So he on some of the songs he actually mixes too, but most of them I've pretty much produced myself. Turn Up, that was produced by a guy called Taj Martin. He also used to work here at the studio. He has his own operation called Kush Heights Records right now. But like I said, so my last couple of songs, which I haven't been released yet, I've been working with this guy from out of Bulgaria. We really have a good, you know, chemistry musically. Like, I think, you know, and it gives me more time to kind of concentrate now on the artist side of things, because, you know, a lot been happening in the last 6 months with the artist side. I've been getting a lot of recognition here and there, so I'm going for it right now.
So how does a hardcore MC like yourself, because people, I've got to say this, because how we first met, or you sent me something called Bedroom War or something like that, and I thought, oh, I like the beat on this, but it was so explicit. I said, could you send me like a radio mix? You sent me a radio mix, and I don't know if that was any better, because this girl was kind of like heavy breathing all over it. But how does a hardcore MC like you meet a producer from Bulgaria?
How does
a hardcore MC like yourself meet a producer from Bulgaria? How did it happen?
The Bedroom War?
No. Your producer. I just mentioned Bedroom War, but
so we're breaking up.
Are we breaking up? All right. Well, you know. Well, let me get this next track on the radio called "Turn Up" and see if we can't fix the sound over here. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, in case you've just joined us, I'm speaking to Cobweb all the way live from Antigua. You know how much I love Antigua, and of course, one of our sister stations who's taking this feed right now is Jump 268. So big up yourself, Jump 268 listeners. This, of course, is Cobweb. Let's have a listen to it.
Yo, Alaze, this one you slap with. Step in the scheme and the whole place turn up. All in a quarantine, we make it turn up. The girl a wine, and I make it turn up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Selector turn up the sound till it buck up. The fire we are blazing now it will turn up. Stop up the battery job and over make it turn up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Smoke it a float through my lungs like chimney. What's in my cup straight double black Johnny. Two side pocket them a bolt full of money. A Friday nights man they tell me where they party. Little more we have a link too shorty. Bad and bougie then gyal a well naughty. Freaky freaky all Lord of His mercy. Oh Lord of His mercy. Step in the scheme and the whole place turn up. All in a quarantine we make it turn up. The girl a wine and I make it turn up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Selector turn up the sound till it buck up. The fire we are blazing now it will turn up. Stop up the battery job and over make it turn up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The vibe just be right and the bass just be thumping. Enough girl dip on the dance floor whining. Look how she move her waist in perfect timing. Bumper big like me grandmother dumpling. Skin clean, pretty liquor browning. We love her when you back it up and make the singer sing. Girl, you know fi do your thing. Girl, you know fi do your thing. Step in the scheme and the whole place turn up. All in a quarantine, we make it turn up. The girl a wine, and I make it turn up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Selector turn up the sound till it buck up. The fire we are blazing now it will turn up. Stop up the battery job and over make it turn up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Smoke it a float through my lungs like chimney. What's in my cup straight double black Johnny. Two side pocket them a bolt full of money. A Friday nights man they tell me where they party. Little more we have a link too shorty. Bad and bougie then gyal a well naughty. Freaky freaky all Lord of His mercy. Oh Lord of His mercy. Step in the scheme and the whole place turn up. All in a quarantine we make it turn up.
Hey, and that's the title. It's called Turn Up, and we're speaking to the author of that tune right now, live from Antigua. Gotta say hi to all our LN Soul listeners, our LWR chat listeners, our injection listeners, our Fly Fresh and Fat listeners, our Jump 268 listeners, and our Star listeners. Thank you all very much for choosing the great vibes and good glorious music live syndicated phone-in show. Right now we've got Cobweb live on Zoom. So where are you inspired from in terms of your lyrical content? Can you hear me?
Just life in general.
Just life
in general.
So is that a depiction of your life then? Wherever you go, it's just turn up. The girl
Listen,
them butter big
Antigua,
like dumpling.
Antigua a ton of place. And okay, the thing is, Antigua is a really nice place, right?
Yeah.
However, it doesn't matter where you are. You have to make your vibe. So I'm saying, the song says even during quarantine, like we made it turn up. Like there's ways to enjoy yourself. There's ways to just keep your vibes, your energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm a person. I love having a good time. I love vibes. I love energy. So yeah, we just keep it turn up all during quarantine. We turning it up. We partying. We drinking. Still being safe. Got the mask.
Still being faced with some mask.
I'm just saying. Yeah, you know what I mean? You still have to be safe, but I'm just saying, you know, you have to make life what it is. You have to turn up. All my songs about experiences that I personally have, or you know, somebody close to me is having. So that's pretty much what it is, you know. Like the Be Wise song.
Yeah.
That whole song, actually, the concept for that song came from the George Floyd situation.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, you know, the whole concept, be wise, you know, like, it's just, we have to be wise, especially as Black people, in terms of what we do and the decisions we make. So that's with that one. Real loving is, you know, it's the same thing. It's, everybody knows about, you know, well, most people should experience real loving at some point in their life.
No, definitely.
So,
and do you have a girlfriend at the moment? Are you married? So you know, who are you getting your real loving from? Because I know that pop stars pop stars are usually meant to look single. so as they don't upset their fans.
Well, right now, I can't say I have a girlfriend, so it's complicated.
You're in trouble now, mate. You are in big trouble.
Listen, yeah, no, I'm not in trouble because actually it was funny because I was talking to the person the other day, and I was like, if anybody asks, I'm going to say it's complicated because, you know, there's just reasons, you know, sometimes we want goals in life and stuff in life, and it kind of makes us, you know, be apart, but the same, so we're trying to, you know, work something out. But pretty much I'm single. There's no commitment to any person at the moment, to say.
Well, you've got to tell her to get a divorce first, and then everything will be uncomplicated.
No, it's not like that.
I'm being naughty because your songs are all naughty. You know, you've given me license. So, all right. So you're working on an album at the moment, right?
Caribbean people love that stuff.
They do, don't they? They love a piece of colos, innit? What's wrong with the Caribbean people?
Well, no, we you know, I'm sure you've been to Carnival here in Antigua. You know how it is here.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easy
We're
for you.
naughty people.
Very naughty people, but naughty but nice.
Yes, naughty but nice.
Definitely. Yeah. All right, so gonna wind it up now. I'm gonna play Be Wise as the last track, although I've just played it a minute ago, but I'll play it again. You've got an album coming. Tell us what we can expect on the album and when can we expect it?
There's no date set to the album. We don't even have a name. To be honest, I'm more really working on singles. However, though, at the rate that we're working at, our album should be not too far along coming. I'm actually thinking of putting out a mixtape, to be honest, because, you know, before I actually started doing taking the artist side serious, I'm more known as a producer. Producer/ghostwriter.
Right.
And so I have a lot of tracks that, you know, I think that I really just need to put together on one, you know, as a compilation and put it out. So, you know, along the years, I've worked with artists like Tian Winter, Claudette Peters, Ricardo Drew, even Jamaicans. I've worked with Jamaica Morgan from Morgan Heritage Family. You know, so there's quite a few artists from all over the world that I've been working with throughout the years, but mostly producing and as I said, writing songs. I have tracks with a track with Skinny Fabulous. I have, you know, so there are some names that are well known that I've done. So I think it's time I put something out so people can realize, okay, you know, this is the guy that was behind the scene, and then, you know, because I think I need to do that. So pretty much we're working on singles. We're just working on tracks, and you know, as I said, if they mash together, then I'll put them out as an album. You know, but I'm just really experimenting a lot.
No, well, definitely. I think you should. I was going to ask you, actually, who you have worked with, and I must admit, I don't really recognise the names that you've mentioned. All the same, though. I'm pretty sure, but I'm useless. I don't really know people's names. So what you'll have to do is please, when you do that mixtape, send them over to me so that I can beat them, you know. And when I get to Antigua, I'll love to come and look you up and say yow. And thank you very much for joining the show today.
All right. Well, it'd be nice to meet you in person.
No, definitely. Well, thank you very much, Cobweb. I can't get used to saying Cobweb. All these things, I keep thinking, you might as well have named yourself Spider-Man.
No, Spider-Man, you know, he threw webs. I just, you know, tangle stuff up.
No, that's lovely. Don't mind me, yes, I don't mind me at all. All right, so I'm going to play for you Be Wise. But before you go, is there anyone that you'd like to work with in the UK? Make it be known now. Who would you like to work with in the UK?
Wow. The UK. Ooh, that's a big one, you know. That's because there's so many good artists right now in the UK. You know who was here in Antigua? I'm putting this out to the universe. Next time you guys are in Antigua, you need to check Cobweb. There was Dave and Fedo in Antigua the other day. Those are two artists I respect, and I would definitely like to
As in Dave, the one that picked up the award, Dave.
Dave Santan. Yeah,
I don't know his surname.
right. Yeah, he did the song Black.
What's the song he did?
He did the song Black. Huh?
He did the song.
I didn't hear that.
All right, okay, we're breaking up. I'm thinking it's Dave.
I said Dave, he did the song Black. He did it at the awards in England. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Love Dave. Well, I shall let him know.
Yeah, man.
When I see him next.
Like a month ago. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're breaking up really badly. But if there's anyone you want to say hello to, let's see if we can get that last bit out. Say hi to somebody.
Well, big up all the jumpers, all the Antigua Massive that listening. Big up Leicester City, LE2, Highfields. Big up all my people down in London. All my people worldwide that are listening right now. Big up everybody. Everybody that's played a part along my musical journey. Big up yourself same way. And big up to DJ Elayne for having me.
Thank you for being on. Thank you. Take care now. Bye. Bye.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Get to youths in at them time, you got to be wise. For too long, my people, them been victimized. And only know the people, them I see the light. For centralize, and let we just unify. Right before my very eyes, them I kill off the use them. No remorse, I must have Satan pick them. Me have to wonder if them not have no heart inside of them. I must have dopey them. Me say I pray for them. Get to youths in at them time, you got to be wise. For too long, my people, them been victimized. And only know the people, them I see the light. For centralize, and let we just unify. No matter if you're black or white, no matter your skin color. Come together, and let we love one another. Yo, one blood, one love. Be your brother's keeper. The whole of we were made by the same creator.
Recording
Get to
in
youths in
progress.
at them time, you got to be wise. For too long, my people, them been victimized. And only know the people, them I see the light. For centralize, and let we just unify. Right before my very eyes, them I kill off the use them. No remorse, I must have Satan pick them. Me have to wonder if them not have no heart inside of them. I must have dopey them. Me say I pray for them. Get to youths in at them time, you got to be wise. For too long, my people, them been victimized. And only know the people, them I see the light. For centralize, and let we just unify. Yeah.